So I do tonight's reading. I realized I was watching a tarot reader, and I realized I never really read Trump and Melania. I never really read their relationship. I just, maybe because I do a lot of relationship reads, I was just, I don't know. But, I'm always doing a relationship read. Maybe I just didn't want to. I don't know. And I don't know. Melania doesn't, terribly interest me that much. She just, her demeanor and so forth. She just seems so unapproachable. But I decided, because a lot of people are kind of curious, because we've been talking about this for a long time, of course. Is she going to stay in for the long haul, or is she out? Is she out the door? What's going on? I'm going to do 2 readings tonight, though, because I feel 2 are required. I'm going to read Thoth for 1, and then I'm going to read the Enchantment Tarot for the relationship read. But the Thoth one I want to read because I want to inquire the financial situation. Is he broke? He's apparently 400,000 or million in the hole. Think of that. Think of the concept of that. Isn't that what he spent on golf? They should send him a bill for all the golfing. You know what I'm saying? This is all the tax dollars. Send him a bill for that. That's outrageous. I can't believe it costs that much money. I mean, I remember, my boyfriend is a Trump supporter, and I think he didn't vote, though. I told him I would break up with him if he did. Watch them use that against me. Watch them use that against me. Trump, see here, right there, voter fraud. No, I'm serious. I was like, if you vote for him, anyway, never mind. But, we were having a back forth discussion one night, and, he was defending Trump, and I'm like, yeah, he spends a lot of money on golf, he's already spent $180 million of taxpayer dollars, and then he's, oh, I know how it went. No, it went, I said he's always golfing. And then he said, oh, let him have a little golf. He works so hard. Because that's what he was saying. He was like, he works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm like, he's golfed like over 300 times during his presidency and everything. Let him have a little golf. He works hard. And then I'm like, it's cost $180 million. That's why, And so we got in a big argument about it. And I ended up leaving because I didn't want to argue with him. Anyway, never mind. But is he broke? Okay, because this is the reason why I need to do this as a 2-part read is I could read it in one lump thing, but I want to really expand that relationship read. But I want to kind of see the financial situation, because I feel like, he made money off this presidency, okay? He got money from campaign, and there's weird, funny things. Why is the campaign broke? That's one of the things. See, this is what you need to understand. Okay, I saw this on the news. So he's been sending out emails, okay, to all of his voters and supporters that they had email accounts to, asking for donations for the legal fund. But get this, there's some fine print in this email that 60% of the donation can go to paying back the campaign. The campaign's in the hole. The money for the campaign is in the hole. He's not good with his money. He's not good with his money. So if you donate $10 to his legal fund, $6 goes to pay back the campaign, and $4 goes to the legal fund to fight the election, saying it's a fraud. This is a fraud. Okay, this is a fraud. Some fine print there. So that's kind of interesting. He's just trying to get his last little bit of money. This is what it is. Donate to my legal fund. This is a last-ditch effort to get what he can out of America. Okay. Is he broke? Let's check it out. Okay. Don the Con. Let's see what you got going on. Maybe we can't see your tax returns, but we can see your tarot cards. Like, is he... Now, I'm going to ask that the death cards show if he's going to file bankruptcy. The reason why I asked for the death card is because I have read it in Financial Matters. Death 13, as in filing Chapter 13, putting it as debt. So I will ask Death to show if there will be any more of that monkey business, if he even can. But then he's got that Deutsche Bank, and they're going to come after him. I mean, you know, if they're going to take all his money, what's left for Melania? See, that's what I want to kind of look at. I wonder if she just wants to get out and write a book or something. Maybe I should write a book because I'm not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? You know, gotta, do Barron's College Fund. You know, it's like I could see Eric Trump, Dad, are we poor? You know what I'm saying? Are we poor? Are we, I could see them having this conversation. No, son, no. You know, but I feel that, like, someone like Ivanka would probably be okay. I mean, she's kind of started up her own little business scene. Obviously, he got her started. But I feel like she would be probably okay. She seems probably the smartest of the whole crew. Managing certain things. And she could use her publicity. I feel Ivanka would probably be okay. Let's see how dirty this money gets. Okay, very first card is, well, we got the Tower. That's not a surprise. Okay, that's not everything. Everything is going to come crashing down. That's not what you would want to see in a financial rate. So I have a feeling, this Deutsche Bank, they're going to want money. I have a feeling there may be some foreign people wanting money. But he made money off the presidency. I feel like you guys need to understand that, with the campaign and raising money and doing a lot of stuff. Why, this is one of the reasons, not just to get votes, but he's rallying hard, okay? Get those campaigns and funds and everything. And then he doesn't seem to pay these states back when he goes and does a rally. So everybody's going to be like, pay me, pay me, pay me. It's all coming crashing down. So that's not something you want to see in a financial read. Start off with the Tower. Now, I do have crossing the Ace of Cups. You know what this is? This makes me feel the campaign contributors, the people who love Trump. Okay? He's got this Tower. He knows that everything's coming down. Okay? This is Trump Tower. Okay? Is that not fitting? Trump Tower is coming down. The crown comes down. This is Trump Tower. It even says Trump's on this card, right? Because it's a Trump. But the Ace, he is relying on his supporters to save him. This is, I'm going to use their love and affection to save me. So yes, over the next 2 months, there's going to be some real desperate moves. But this legal fund, I'm telling you, he's going to try to suck them dry. He's going to use them. Ooh, and we got the 3 of Pentacles. Now, this is especially about handshake agreements, okay? Business partnerships, handshake agreements, and things like that. So he's made some deals with people, okay? Now, what is the nature of those deals? Let's pull one to the side. And I got the gain card, okay? Ooh, okay, so we definitely, when I was talking about this, we made money, okay, while being a president, but it's from making some deals, okay? We've got some deals here. This is kind of nerve-wracking here, but you know what? You may have gained, but see, there we go. Strife, okay? Competition and so forth. So there are people that are going to compete for that gain and so forth. So we'll look for that. So I've got the Sorrow card. We know he's sad. This usually showed for me for the American people for coronavirus. Now this is him. This is the heartache. He is really taking it very hard and very personally. But I feel he's afraid. I've got this business dealing here, okay? I've got that. He gained with these handshake agreements, okay? We made a deal. But now we've got that strife card, so people are going to start coming in. And I feel like they're going to be like all coming at him. See, strife normally shows more than one person kind of fighting with each other with the wands. So I want you to think of them that people that Trump owes all trying to get a piece of that gain. You owe me this, you owe me that. Hey, you gained this, but bring it back, right? Okay, he's made some deals. Ooh, and this is the other one, okay? Eight of Swords, interference. Eight of Swords can be my jail card. So he's worried about things coming to the light and stuff. And see, the thing is, if he doesn't have the money, see, if these lawyers know they're never going to get paid, if they know they're never, I mean, he's going to the American people asking them for legal money to pay his lawyers. I think he owes people. Okay, there's something going on. So he's worried about going to jail. And yes, we've got the devil. So we've got these handshake agreements and so forth. But we're really in bed with the devil here. Okay, he chains the lovers, right? So he's kind of chained to some things. And he became corrupt. Obviously, the whole thing is just a hotbed of corruption and everything like that. Let's see what's at the crown. What is visible? So I've got the Six of Cups is a little different meaning in this deck with the thought, but it's the pleasure card. He was, indulging. This is, just indulging on everything and having a good time, enjoying the presidency and the fruits of, the golfing. This is the main thing. He liked to have fun. He liked to have fun. It wasn't about work. He didn't really, what did he do? He didn't really work on anything. And is that, yeah, there you go. There you go. Five of Pentacles. I talked about this. Okay? Being left out in the cold. Being broke. Yes, he's worried. This is the card to be financially destitute. Evicted. Thrown out in the cold. Once the January 20th comes, sure, he's got towers and stuff. But he's got that Deutsche Bank. He's made these deals. Okay? He's made these handshake agreements. He gained money, right? But then everybody's going to start coming in with the strife and wanting a piece of this, okay? And he doesn't pay his bills. The man doesn't pay his bills. But if the bank takes everything, especially that Deutsche Bank, there's nothing he could do. That's why he's worried. When he was president, there wasn't a whole lot that could happen. But now he's going to be a civilian, right? And I feel like the uncertainty with the moon. And one of the other things, too, is about deception. He has been casting this moon cloud over his finances for a very long time. But things are going to start coming to light, okay? Especially when, the people start, coming at it, want their money and stuff. But he's definitely worried. So he knows. I feel he's a little better with math than he lets on. I think he knows the writing on the wall. And I kind of look at in the hopes and fears. I've got the art card, which is temperance. He's just wishing this would all kind of balance out and everything like that, with, the presidency and maybe stay another 4 years. This is part of his desperation. As I look at the Chariot in the outcome, now I do feel him leaving the White House, but I feel like he's going to take his Chariot and he may go far away. Matter of fact, let me draw a clarifier with that. He may go kind of far. But as I say that, I drew the Queen of Swords. So we may have some legal things that may try to stop him in some way. Doesn't it almost look like the Statue of Liberty? Look at the head. Okay, it may be hard to get out of America. I want you to kind of look at that. But it has a little bit, it almost looks like the crown of the Statue of Liberty. So I feel like it may be difficult to leave in some way. He might not be able to, but I feel like with that Chariot, he wants to get going. So yes, there's definitely some people who want their money, okay? And Deutsche Bank is one of them. But especially looking at the worry card, I feel he knows math a little better than he lets on. He understands. that financially he's not doing good. Okay, I don't know what the exact magical number is, but being left out in the cold and evicted, and everything, they may take his towers. They may take his towers. They may, sell them off and everything, auction everything. But I'm very concerned. Let me pull it up again, just show you. Oh my God, I can't even find it now. I just want to emphasize a point, the deception here with the Ace of Cups. That this is the last ditch effort to try to suck the people who love him for their money. This is pathetic. This is pathetic, guys. This is pathetic. And if you're a Trump supporter and you want to give him your $10, just understand you're paying his 60% of it is going to go to his debt because he's not good with money. He understands math, but he doesn't care. Now let's talk about Melania. Now we kind of understand, that these people are coming after him. So is there even anything in it for Melania? But how's she feeling? That's what and this one I don't shuffle. I'm going to do it in a weird way. You'll see, I just kind of grab cards, still effective in tarot, okay? But this is my relationship deck, and I've been messing with this one all night. So let's see what pops out. Very first card. Oh, we got the Fool reversed. And I feel like this is Melania's attitude toward Trump. She thinks he's a damn fool. Because when I see the Fool in the reverse position, that's just being foolish. So I feel that she's embarrassed. I feel, and this is, part of the reason you see the slapping away of the hand and various things, and she never looks happy. He's embarrassing to her. Okay, he's embarrassing. This is how she sees him, as a fool. And when it's reversed, it's not about the need, take a leap of faith, new beginnings, soul and everything. It is being foolish. Okay, so we got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, crossing is the Four of Pentacles. This is the Four of Pentacles, which can be the miser, which is the man who holds his pentacles close to his chest. He doesn't like to give his money. Okay, so I have a feeling the prenup is probably not worth, it's been renegotiated a few times, I'm sure. But his thing, I feel he knows the writing on the wall that she's going to leave. And he's done everything he can that, knowing, because he's not successful with marriages and so forth. But he had to have some kind of trophy wife in the White House with him, right? But they were married before that, so of course. But still, he's always tried to, with these marriages and prenups, give as little as possible. And so Marla Maples, what'd she get, $1 million? I mean, out of all that money he had at one time. So I look at that. He's holding the pentacles close to his chest. So I just don't see how she's gonna, bank out of here if she leaves. Okay, so I got the Hangman in the reverse position. So I want you to understand the Hangman is about everything is suspended. So I feel, and I definitely, that makes perfect sense. Because I feel like while she was in the White House, anything what she wanted to do was kind of suspended. Because I almost feel there was a legal obligation for her to be there. That they made some kind of deal. Because it would look really bad. Okay, it would look real bad if Melania left him while he was in the White House. That looks terrible, okay? That's never happened before. I don't think, that's ever happened, divorce, this, that. So it would look real bad. So I feel that was suspended, but now, okay, something in the contract is going to release itself that she can get free if she wants. Because she's not an indentured servant or something. She's not like that. But there is still some kind of agreement. Like she may have got less money if she left him while he was in the White House. But, how does she feel? Now, I look at the past position. Now, we're going way back in the past, as I mentioned this. Is the Three of Wands. And we've talked about this, like, this is when the moment arrives, the ship comes in, right? So there was a time that Melania really saw him as that meal ticket. This is my ship. My ship has come in. This is exactly what I wanted. Rich man. He was a nice looking man at one time, a long time ago, except he had a little bit bushy eyebrows. But he, I don't know why it's relevant. I'm sorry. But he wasn't bad looking man when he was younger. But she felt like this is my ship. My ship has come in. But she didn't know what she was getting into. Oh, she didn't understand. And I can only imagine the stories. See, I wonder is she gonna write a book? Let's see what the card shows. Ten of Wands in the reverse position. I have a feeling that is a possibility. This is the reason why. Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden, carrying a heavy load. So she definitely feels weighed down, that this was just an excruciating type of relationship. But she was determined, to hang in there, the money, the glitz, this is what she wanted. But I really feel, freedom is one of the things to be able to kind of let go and so forth. But I want you to think, if she's going to let go, release that burden, but then kind of release it in a book, that is a possibility. That is a possibility. You may see something later on going out. Now, but it depends. Because there's one thing, and I just need to pull a card on it. She may need to get, yeah, actually she might be able to. Because I do the Eight of Swords reverse. See, this is what I was kind of pondering. Is there anything in any kind of paperwork that Trump may have come up with that she can't come out with some kind of book? Okay, okay, so we got that Eight of Swords, like being kind of caught in a little bit of a prison type of thing, right? But there's a reversal of it. So maybe she will get her story out in another means that goes around. But I have a feeling there may be something in some kind of clause that she can't do that. But she may find a way around it to be able to make money. So that's very interesting. Because I got the Eight of Swords reverse, which is about getting free. And yes, I got the Wheel of Fortune. So I have a feeling, inevitably, because we know she's going to go. I haven't even got that far yet, but we know inevitably, okay, that's going to happen. But I feel like she's going to find a way to wiggle out of something in her prenup contract. Because I have a feeling there's a little something about not talking about him. Okay, but Mary Trump found a way to get around things, right? I have a feeling maybe a book, because I got the Wheel of Fortune, that this may be what she feels. This is what people do. This is the way I'll make my money, because I'm not getting anything out of the Four of Pentacles guy. He's holding on to his pentacles. When I went through a lot more. And see, that's another thing. As I feel like she's kind of got the attitude. I was in the White House. I dealt with it via Twitter and this and that, and the hate and the craziness, emotional distress. I can only imagine, and she might be right about some emotional distress. This would be very challenging. This would be very challenging to deal with. Okay, let's get back to it. So that's interesting. So I have a feeling, seeing that Wheel of Fortune, but I have a feeling she's going to find a way. So she releases the burdens and everything, gets them out in a little bit of a book. She finds a way to wiggle out of a clause with the Eight of Swords reverse and get free and so forth. And then the Wheel of Fortune, she banks out. And then I've got the World. So definitely here we go, entering into a new cycle. Absolutely, if you're not in the White House. So that makes perfect sense that we would see that. But how does she feel? Okay, there we go. And that's what, remember, I want to get into her feelings, is the Five of Cups. Now, a little bit, this is kind of how I feel. This is the one where they're mourning the 3 cups spilt. So the celebration is over. It could be a marriage is over. But 2 cups sits behind the one mourning, another soulmate. Right? I can see this especially in relationships. So I feel like, I will kind of give her, that there was one time, I really see that ship coming in feel, that's kind of how she saw this situation. And I feel she's smarter. She's a little smarter than people give credit. I'm kind of getting that she's not a dumb lady. Okay. But I feel like she felt her ship came in. Okay. I've got the 3 of Wands, but then we've got the 3 cups spilt, which is the celebration is over. We had good times. They did a lot of partying. Think about that. You know, she was in it for the good times, not to be a first lady. You know, she wanted to party the high life, be in Trump Tower in the big gold tower. She didn't want the White House. This wasn't her thing. And if you look, she looks terribly unhappy. This is a city girl. This is a girl who wants to go out in the nightlife and hang out with maybe Paris Hilton or something as celebrities. And this was her thing, to just have a good time and party. And then everything had to get all serious with the White House. This isn't her. This is a party girl. So she's ready. You know, I would say even with the reversal of the Five of Cups, you know, she's definitely been mourning the loss of the good times. You know, that she was able to go and kind of be that party girl. But that really is who she is. And then she had to dress up and be this uptight first lady. So I feel she's ready, you know, she wants to get out there. You're going to be really... Ace of Wands reverse. This is in the present position. This is especially in a relationship read. Ace of Wands is especially about the fire between two people for me. That chemistry, that passion. It is in a reverse position. There is no passion left in this. And I feel, for the most part, kind of tuning in and getting to feel for her. She likes to party. She likes to have a good time. That, you know, she's a very passionate type of lady. But there's no passion. There's no passion between them. But I feel that for the most part, which one is being the lack of passion? I mean, the fire has pretty much died out. Let's put it that way. But who is really the one? And I just drew the Emperor reversed. Now, the Emperor reversed, for those who've followed me in the group, Emperor reversed is a narcissist. Okay, he's cool. He has no emotions. He can be cruel. Okay, so I have a feeling that he is very cruel to her in private. Okay, he takes things out on her. He is a narcissist. So what do you think he's going to be in a relationship and so forth? But the Emperor reversed in a relationship for me is a narcissist. And that is what it is. He is cool. He has no emotion. Trump has no emotion. Okay, so I feel, because the question I was asking is who is withdrawing the passion? And I actually feel it's him, in the sense that he has withdrawn all kind of affection, physical affection from her. Now, another reason I feel like she's really frustrated with the coronavirus, this is my Eight of Wands, that it seems like when this came to surface and everything, look at that full reverse, okay? This was really an embarrassment for her. The way, I feel like she has some real personal issues. Now, her kid got it, okay? So I feel this is one of the reasons this showed. She's angry about this. Okay, because he was so reckless in having all these people, that she's got to be out there, that her kid got it. I feel she's very angry about that. So getting coronavirus and her getting it, and then her kid, and then what if it's something that happened? Because I feel she loves her kid. This makes her angry. This makes her angry. Okay. So I do have the Magician in her position. I'm going to put this as her position. So I feel this is really much about a manifesting type of thing. And I feel that Melania, you know, should be wise enough. I hope she realizes it so she never does this again. But she manifested this relationship. This is what she wanted. She wanted rich. She wanted powerful. She wanted, you know, to be able to go party, have a good time, you know, enjoy herself. And then, you know, but, you know, love. You know, what about the love? What about, you know, the love? And, you know, now she's in a completely passionless, you know, marriage. Because the Ace of Wands reverse is no passion. Okay, the fire is dead. You know, especially next to the Emperor reverse. But he definitely has withheld passion. I'm sure they had passion at one time. Of course, you know, there has to be something. But, you know, he likes beautiful women. But it's, definitely, it's not there. And then in the environment, it's the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position. So I can see that sometimes when there is a give and receive type of situation, you know, the way we, you know, give love, affection, or even money, or various things, but any kind of give and take and stuff, When it's in a reverse position, it's very imbalanced. So I feel there was probably a time she was very giving to him, with love and affection and this and that. But, but this is, like I said, the magician, right? She manifested this. She really did. And then I do have in the hopes and fears the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. I feel like looking at that as there is a lot of mental involved in that. There's some mental damage there. There's some mental damage there that, she is really wounded and has been manipulated. As she tries to put on a strong appearance when she goes out and speaks and so forth. But, there's been some, I feel, I should probably say it a little bit better. I feel they kind of manipulated each other, but inevitably, when he got to the most powerful position in the world, pretty much, then really, she didn't have much of a leg to stand on. She's kind of bound to some contract to stay in the White House. But then we have the Four of Swords in the reverse position is the outcome card. So especially the Four of Swords is especially, we see him, he's kind of looks like he's laying in the coffin and he's just kind of meditating. What I normally say is he's meditating on the heartache of the Three of Swords. That's really what he is doing. Before he makes his move and so forth, he has to kind of rest, retreat, and think things through carefully. Well, she had no choice but to kind of, wait. Because that's one of the things that the Four of Swords can be about, is I got to wait until the right time to take action. So that makes perfect sense what Melania has had to do, because she has not been able to take action. I feel she would have walked. I really looking, especially the Ace of Wands reverse, next to the Emperor reverse, which is a narcissist for me, in a relationship. So she dealt with, you see him abusing these people on Twitter. What do you think he does to her when no one's looking? Okay. What do you think? You think he's going to be nice and gentle with her? Please, people, do you have anybody who has ever dated a narcissist? I've got empaths watching my video. What did, they will put on a show, and pretend to be one certain way in public, just like him trying to hold her hand. But in private, they're abusive. So I feel she was taking a lot of abuse. He's a narcissist. Okay. So, but think about it. If you see him and the way he is on Twitter, with all these people and the way he bullies, how do you think he is to this woman? Okay. She's ready. She's ready. But we've got the Four of Pentacles, right? So I really feel she's, when it comes to pay up, you've got this bank. You've got all these other people who are going, well, where's my money? Where's my money? I don't even know if Baron will have, a college fund out of this and stuff. And yes, I do have the Star in the reverse position. It's a hopeless situation. And I feel she understands that. So I definitely feel, though, that Wheel of Fortune, though. I have a feeling she's going to try to find a way. If she won't write it herself, she'll have someone write it for her, and they'll give her a cut or something. Okay, she'll talk to somebody. She's going to find a way, to maybe get a book out. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I think I'll draw a few Oracle cards for this. I want to draw from, let me draw that one. Where is it? There it is. But yeah, see, I don't know. She stuck it out, but I feel there may have been a clause that if she ever walked out of that White House, that she got nothing. And that's what I'm kind of thinking. He holds on the Pentacles, okay? She doesn't have her own money. So this is kind of for Melania and kind of what's going on. And what are some of the cards there? Ooh. Oh, that one's kind of stuck. Oh, look at that. So one of the cards I drew is passion. This is something she is looking forward to. Obviously, we saw the Ace of Wands is in a reverse position next to the Emperor. She has not felt passion in a long time. She misses that. And everything. And next to passion is opportunity. So pretty soon, she's going to be able to have the opportunity to go out there. Okay, maybe I thought he was my ship, but I'm going to work on my manifestation skills. Okay. And I do have the card truth. Remember I was talking about writing a book? I have a feeling that when she is kind of free and everything, she's going to try to find a way to get some of the truth out. And then, of course, abundance is next to truth. That may be her way to generate that abundance, is to come out and kind of tell the truth. So I have a feeling that something is going to come out. She's going to talk about some things. Now, I don't know if she necessarily get into all the financial dealings, this, that, but she may talk about him more like as a kind of a person, and what it is like to be married to him, and things, nothing that could hang her. Let's put it that way, because if she has any kind of skin in the game, with some of these financial dealings, she doesn't want to incriminate herself, you know. But I feel, yeah, looking at the Eight of Swords in the reverse position, and then also just wanting to unload the Ten of Wands. I want to unload, okay? And then I find a way to wiggle myself out of this prison. I'm finally out of prison and I'm free, right? She's going to get free of the White House and him. Once I figure out a way to wiggle out of that contract, then I'm going to Wheel of Fortune it up. I'm going to get that book. So that's what I think she's going to do and stuff. And I definitely would want to read it. I want to see what's going on. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. But yeah, his financial situation. Everybody's gonna start taking. I feel this is his karma. This is his karma, that everybody's gonna start taking a piece of him, bit by bit, brick by brick. Over time, they are going to start taking a piece of him and stuff like that. And see, that's the thing. In the end, when all is said and done and so forth, I don't feel she's gonna have very much pieces left. Hope you enjoy my reading.